So lads, if someone came up to you and said there's this really well written story with a nostalgic setting where a likeable bunch of kids get involved in a supernatural slash science fiction conspiracy, you'd be like, yeah, that's Stranger Things. Well, you'd be wrong. You'd be dead fucking wrong. Because I'm talking about 2011's Super 8. Yes, this J.J. Abrams movie always gets looked over. And considering the new season of Stranger Things is out, and Elle Fanning, who stars in this, is currently in Predator Badlands, I said I'd go back and take a look at this because, as I said before, this is incredibly underrated. As well as being directed by J.J. Abrams, it's produced by Steven Spielberg, and you can see his handiwork all over this, with elements such as Goonies and E.T. being the primary focal point of this movie. It's set in Ohio in 1979 and sees a group of teenagers try to make their own Super 8 movie for a competition, and unknowns to them, they become embroiled in an extraterrestrial conspiracy. And yeah, things take off from there. It's a really fun and interesting movie with a hell of a lot of heart and some smashing performances, including a pre-Maleficent Elle Fanning. The cast is top notch. Abrams actually done a nationwide search for his young lead. He wanted the character Joseph Lamb to be likeable, relatable, and have a sense of pathos that would be intricate to the end of the movie. And he found in this Joel Courtney. The young actor was completely unknown at the time, but blew Abrams away, and he worked really well with his on-screen father, Kyle Chandler. Yes, early editions Kyle Chandler played Joseph's father, and he kicks arse as well as a dismissive dad who's coming to terms with losing his wife, and as a result is pushing his son away. You also had some superb character actors with Glenn Turman as the mysterious Dr. Woodward, and Noah Emmerich as the sinister Colonel Nemlik. These characters really fleshed out the world and gave a lot more of a conspiratorial depth to the movie. One other element I liked in this movie was the fact that yes, it does take a lot of its plot beats from E.T., but instead of this benign extraterrestrial creature, you get a lot more aggressive and dangerous alien. It's not necessarily evil, and when you learn of its circumstances, you can't blame it. But this makes me think there was elements taken from the original draft of E.T., where E.T. was going to be a lot more aggressive and malvoyant. And yeah, again, the alien in this is dangerous, but it's not necessarily evil. The real evil of this movie is the military who have captured it and are doing experiments on it. We only realise this in the last act, when young Joseph becomes telepathically linked to the creature, and thanks to their shared trauma, he's actually able to calm the creature down in what I consider a very fucking powerful scene where Joseph declares bad things happen, but you can still live. He's drawing parallels between grieving and losing his own mother and the horrifying experience the alien went through at the hands of the military, and there's just something beautiful about that scene. Even a child can realise that you can go through trauma, but that doesn't mean you stop living. That doesn't mean you stop moving forward and growing. And there's just something so fucking solid about that scene. The only thing that ruins it for me is they give the alien puppy dog eyes. Bar that, the creature design is actually pretty fucking badass. But yeah, they had to soften its features, I suppose, so it wasn't a threat to Joseph, and the audience realised that it wasn't going to hurt him. But yeah, for me, that's such a great fucking scene. And you're probably like, why did he give away such an intricate part of the movie? Well, as someone once said, if a movie is that great, there is no spoiling it. And yeah, this movie is fucking great. There's a happy ending, and then there's a happier ending, where you get to see the Super 8 movie the kids made, and it's so fucking sweet. It is the cherry on top of this magnificent flick. So yeah guys, if you get a chance, check out Super 8. It's essentially Stranger Things before Stranger Things, and if you ask me, it's better. The later seasons of Stranger Things, they went more fantastical and goofy and lost a lot of their heart. This movie is all fucking heart. I mean, I haven't even gone into the relationship between Alice, Elle Fanning's character, and Joe. That is so fucking adorable and puts the relationship between Mike and Eleven to fucking shame. Because you are glued to the screen to make sure nothing happens to these kids. And yeah, that is some brilliant movie making on J.J. Abrams' part. Another thing Abrams Super 8 does is it doesn't rely on nostalgia to tell the fucking story. One thing that drives me nuts about Stranger Things is they keep on having to remind you this is the 80s. I mean, they hit you over the fucking head with it till it reaches a point of nauseum. Not the case with Super 8. Abrams knows he's telling a story and he doesn't let nostalgia or references or Easter eggs detract from telling that story. Sadly, he wouldn't keep that good sense when he made the Star Wars sequels, but still, this is a strong point for Super 8. It doesn't rely on references to keep you engaged. It relies on good storytelling. And yeah, there's a great fucking story here. But yeah, guys, have you seen Super 8? If you have, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. My name's Martin, this has been the Trash Picture Show, and yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.